Hello everyone, here's Nico. Welcome to my channel. In our product growth videos, we have talked about user adoption, activation, engagement, and monetization. In this, our last video, we will talk about growth hacking process. How to achieve these 4 different topics. Let's go. In our previous 4 videos, we have talked about acquisition, activation, retention, and monetization. Finally, we will move to our last video related to product growth. It is growth hacking process. Growth hacking process, it is a continuous loop. In this loop include several steps. For example, the data analysis, insight gathering, idea generation, experiment prioritization, running the experiments, then returning to the analyze step to review the results and decide next steps based on the experiments that we run it. This it is a continuous loop related to this growth hacking process. Then the first step, what we need to do in the product growth, it is analyze. When we are analyzing, we need to work closely with the data analysts in the data team to delve into the data by separating the users, categorizing the users into different cohorts. Make sure that the cohorts that we separated, they have common characteristics and lifestyle, and so on. Next, we need to start probe the growth opportunities and formulate the questions to get the analysis. For example, what are the best customers' behavior? For example, what features do the customers use? What screens in the app do they visit? How often do they open the app? What items do they buy all the time? What is their average order size? What time of day do they shop? And on which days? This kind of customer behavior questions. Second, what are the characteristics of best customers? For example, what sources were they acquired from? Was it from an advertisement or a promotional email, for example? And what devices our customer normally use? It is mobile, it is iPad, or it is desktop? And what is their demographic background? For example, age, income, where they live, and so on. Third, what event caused our customers stop to use our product? The reason caused the customer dropout. For example, what screens have the highest exit rates? Are there bugs that are preventing users from taking a particular action? How are the products priced relative to other services? After we formulate the questions, we need to conduct a set of user survey or interviews by marketing expert. What is the purpose of this step? It is to obtain good demographic and psychographic information about our customers. And before our first growth meeting, we need to gather all data analysis and responses that we gathered from the surveys and the interviews, and then we summarize them into a set of reports. This we need to do before the first growth meeting. Also, in preparation for the meeting, the growth lead needs to write a summary of the findings so far based on the surveys, interviews. Second step, we need to ideate the ideas which can help the product growth. Why ideas are very important is because ideas are the rocket fuel of growth. The best way to have good idea is to have lots of ideas. Over 4 days following the team meeting, all members that in the product growth team, they need to submit as many ideas as possible. Also, we can open the call for ideas within the company and even can outside of the company, for example, the suppliers, the partners, the passionate users, and so on. This is an example of the idea pipeline. We have the idea name and description of the idea and what they can impact. In this idea pipeline, we need to have idea name. This name, it is give each idea a brief name to force brevity and clarity. For example, shipping list. Then we need to have idea description. It is an execution summary to address who, what, where, when, why, and how of the idea. For example, what is going to be created, such as new marketing copy or new feature? Where will the new copy or feature be implemented? Will it be on the app homepage or elsewhere? And when will it appear during the customer's use, such as on the landing page when a visitor first comes to the site? This is related to idea description. Next, hypothesis. Hypothesis, it is a simple proposition. For example, the pro of doing this, can give the team a clear idea of what the site looks like. Last but not least, metrics. Metrics is used to evaluate the outcome of the test. The scope of measurement can include how many people use the new feature. This one can give the team the insight into whether the experiment improved their key metrics or not. After ideas, we need to prioritize the ideas. We need to rank them by scores. I call it ICE testing, and begin experiments with the highest score ideas. For example, this is a one type of ICE testing. Here it is the ideas, and this row will be the impact, confidence, and ease. It's called ICE. So what are they? The impact. It is the degree to which the ideas can improve the metric which we focus on, at what kind of level they can impact. Second, confidence. It is related to how strongly that the idea generator believe this idea can produce expected impact. Last is, it is to measure of time and resources that is needed to run the experiment. After we will have the average based on ICE, impact, confidence, and ease. After we prioritize the ideas by ICE testing, next step, we will test it. The first step, we need to collaborate with the data analyst to identify the both control groups, for example, the experiment group and the group that won't be exposed to the experiment. When the experiment is ready to go, the growth lead needs to send a notification around the company. The company will launch the experiment to give the visibility and transparency. Last, the results should be written up in a test summary. In this summary, need to have first the name and description of the testing. Second, need to have the type of the test run. Was it a test of a product function, or it is a change to marketing, or it is copy on the website page, or it is a new marketing tactic deployed. Third, features that it impacted. This can include the screenshots of where the test was run on the site. Fourth, key metrics. What were the metrics what we are trying to improve with the test? 5. Test timing. Include start and end dates of the test. 6th, the hypothesis of the test and the results. Need to include original ICE score, which I shared during the prioritization part. Also, we need to talk about the sample size, statistical confidence, and statistical power. 7th, potential confounding issues such as the time of the year was tested was wrong, or if there were other promotions that may have skewed visitor behavior. Then finally, the conclusions done. Finally, our series of product growth has finished. I have used the 5 different videos to talk about each of the topic: acquisition, activation, retention, monetization, and growth hacking process. Thank you for watching. Please make your own history. See you next time.